Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. Got an announcement. Only doing 2 NFL pick videos this week with NBA starting. We're short on time, but we are going to do a live show 10 a.m. where we go through all the games on the NFL slate. So if you're interested in that, just click this link and click set reminder so you don't miss it when we go live. That'll be 10 a.m. Eastern time. But anyway, back to the handicap, and this one, Giants, Jags. Let's go.
Welcome to The Sauce. The Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
All right, Giants on the road in Jacksonville here. This line opened up Jags -1, but after last week's games, it reopened at Jags -3. Early public is definitely on the Giants, but the money's even, so there's some sharps on the Jags early. So here we are on Saturday night. The public is definitely still on the Giants, but look at the money. There's definitely been sharp money coming in on Jacksonville all week. It's up to like 63, 64% of the money on Jacksonville as of Saturday night. Still looking at Jags -3, so we'll see what this line does. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Jacksonville plus 1.42, so a 4.5 point lean on the Giants. So let's break down this matchup, and I know it's kind of silly to see a 2-4 team laying 3 points to a 5-1 team, but keep in mind, the odds makers, these lines, they set these lines solely based on numbers. These aren't just dudes sitting with their friends drinking beers watching the Red Zone channel. I mean, these lines are set solely based on numbers. So yeah, the New York Giants are 5-1, and let's tip our hats to them. They've earned it. But analytically, this still isn't a good football team. The New York Giants are 30th in schedule-adjusted defensive efficiency. 30th. Ahead of only the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. I mean, let's be real. If you look at the Giants' schedule, the Giants could have lost every single game this season so far. They won 5 of them and lost 1. But if you look at it, was there any game of the Giants season so far where you, after the game was over, you're like, wow, the Giants were definitely the better team there? Maybe the home game against the Bears where they lost 20-12, but even that game was close as hell. The Giants probably were the better team there. That game was close as hell. They could have lost that game. By the way, none of this is meant to shit on the Giants or Giants fans, or I'm not trying to take away credit for what they've accomplished. I'm just explaining why the line is Jacksonville -3. That's it. By the way, this Jags team is basically the complete polar opposite of the New York Giants. Yeah, they're sitting at 2-4, but you know that this Jags team is 8th in the NFL in schedule-adjusted efficiency, offensive and defensive combined. 8th. And unlike the Giants, where they could have lost every game, we saw the Jags beat the brakes off a couple teams, Chargers and Colts. And also, I thought they were the better team in the Colts the second game as well. But we've seen them just dominate teams, blowout wins. Now, if we compare the individual units, the offenses are actually close. Check this out. Jags offense is 11th in DVOA, 17th in rushing, 8th in passing. Giants are 13th in DVOA, 12th in passing, 11th in rushing. So analytically, these offenses are pretty close to being evenly matched. The defense is where you find some value on Jacksonville. Like I said earlier, the Giants are 30th, Jacksonville Jaguars 10th in the NFL in defensive DVOA. So according to the numbers, this is a top 10 defense against a bottom 3 defense. Now I said according to the numbers, we all know that football games aren't played on spreadsheets, and this Giants defense, despite being overall pretty bad, has made some big stops at big times to win football games. And the Jags have basically done the exact opposite. Again, I'm telling you, these teams are like a yin-yang, like polar opposites. So how do you measure that? How do you measure big stops and clutch situations? Obviously, you have to take a look at those intangible type stats like third down percentage, red zone percentage, that kind of stuff. And just as you would suspect, the edge goes seriously to the Giants here. The Giants defense, despite being 30th in the overall DVOA, on third down conversion percentage, they're 4th. On red zone percentage, they're 5th. So basically, the Giants defense is complete shit until it matters, which is awesome. I mean, I'd rather my defense do that than be the opposite, like the Jags. Kind of reminds me of the Chiefs defense during their Super Bowl run. So I'll openly admit, even though it looked public as hell, even though it looked like such a trap, I was strongly considering betting the Giants here for a day or two to start this week. But then I saw one mismatch that I just could not unsee. Jacksonville's defense against the run could be a real problem for the Giants. If you take a look at the Giants' schedule, in their last 5 games, they haven't played any run defenses in the top 16. In fact, the best run defense they've seen in the last 5 games was Dallas, who's ranked 17th, and they lost that game. The Jacksonville Jaguars have been great against the run. They're 9th in run defense DVOA. This will be the first time this Giants offense is seeing a top 16 run defense since week 1 against Tennessee. By the way, that game against Tennessee, that was the game that they won on a missed Tennessee Titans field goal as time expired. Want to know what else the Giants haven't done since week 1? Play a road game. This Giants team hasn't played a true road game since week 1 against Tennessee. They've had 4 straight home games with a London game thrown in there. But a London game isn't a true road game. That's not going into another team's house, battling them, battling the crowd. That's not a true road game. So this is the Giants' first true road game since week 1. I think it's time we see the Giants come back to earth. I'm sorry, Giants fans. I know you're fired up, as you should be. Good for you. But being 5-1 is dope, but I really don't like this spot for you guys. I'm on Jacksonville -3. I'm laying the points. Let's go Jags. If anything changes with this pick, I'll let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you want the final Sunday ticket, which is bet of the day, top 7 bets, parlays of the day, that kind of stuff, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. NFL Sunday is here, week 7. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on the live show, if for those of you who are interested or who can make it.